The theatrical process, a method of mystery. How does a show go from a paper script to the stage? We'll take you from first read of the script of the creators to the final performance. Cowboys, a musical vaudeville and medicine show, is an original show with music by John R. Briggs and book by Paul Morozka. It's a spoof on the old singing western movies of Roy Rogers and Gene Autry.
I had written something called The Great American Western, and that was sitting in a file at the same time that we were opening Merrimack Regional Theater down in Lowell, Massachusetts, and Paul came on board as the assistant stage manager at the theater, and over the course of that first season, the two of us became friends and started sharing ideas about different things writing-wise, but I was talking to him specifically about what became Cowboys, and I gave him the script, and then I went back to Manhattan, and Paul came down and stayed with us for a little while, and while he was there, he basically said to me, he said, we probably need to just get rid of the whole concept I had of the Great American Western, which was loosely based on As You Like It.
When I went down to Manhattan, those were very intense sessions. As I recall, we were sitting maybe at the same table. We were sitting literally, and he's working on music and lyrics, and I'm working on the book and hammering stuff out. We're sharing it back and forth, and these are the days of the typewriter. So it was pretty crazy. Long days of writing.
Yeah.
As I recall.
Yep. Once we had a book, and I had done some recordings, and we had some demos recordings, and he submitted all of that to several theater companies, and the Cumberland County Playhouse picked it up, and in 1981 gave it its first production, and the real evolution of the music and the book happened at that point in 1981.
The first step after the script is out is a read-through of the work with the actors. Typically, the actors will meet with the director, stage managers, and sometimes the designers to go line by line to hear the show out loud. This gives the company an opportunity to discuss plot, lyrics, and any questions that anyone may have.
Okay, guys. Do we have anybody any of you that have any kind of serious questions?
In terms of the Cowboys number, in the libretto, it has some of the lines split up and stuff, but it doesn't indicate that in the score. Should we go by the score? Should we go by...
No, I'm sure that we'll go by the libretto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I only playing guitar and while Roman knows?
No, you should be playing it in the first number too.
The opening?
Yeah, not the opening, not Step Right Up, but West of Yesterday.
Okay.
After the read-through, the next step is to begin rehearsal. The cast meets with the music director to learn the music.
So tonight we're gonna do a lot of discussing. Thank you. We're gonna do a lot of discussing because it's very confusing. So I want to make sure that we're all on the same page before we even sing it. My job as music director is to teach the music to the cast of Cowboys, as well as collaborate with the production team, which would be John and Paul and Lisa specifically. as well as working with the pit and the conductor, and making sure that they fit into the rehearsal process while we prepare for the show.
And my job as the assistant music director is to aid Amanda in any way possible. That sometimes includes running rehearsals when she's unable to be there, as well as working one-on-one with the cast members with their solos and trios and duets and all that kind of stuff. I also take notes for Amanda at rehearsals.
What does it say?
So on page 5, we had the tenors on the top note on the D, the basses on the B, the sopranos on the lower D, and the altos on the bass.
So it's looking TBSA.
One really great thing about this being an original production is that as music directors, we are able to rework harmonies in our favor if something is not sticking with the cast or in a duet, or if something just isn't sounding exactly right, we're able to change the harmonies or change the way the phrase goes, basically to make it sound as good as it sounds now.
What I was thinking is like the high jazz singer, like.
Long time ago last night.
Did I read that?
Sorry, you're talking about the singing.
The whole singing, yeah.
Oh, hey.
That's what I think too.
Jazz or like.
Oh, very nice.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Once the cast has started learning music, the director takes them to the stage to begin blocking. Typically, they start from the beginning and space out each scene. This allows the actors to take the words off the page and put them into action.
All right, so let me start with Phineas. And let me, for right now, let's put, just for the fun of it, let me put you 3 out that long, you 2 out that long. Are you in this? you two off in this stage left. With the rest of the
Yeah, oh yeah.
I already told you once.
But I'm there. Yeah, exactly.
When the house goes to black, just come sit right here on the shed. Yeah. And that way, as if you're coming out of the light. Or sit on that person's lap. Right. So, what do you think, Ryan? I think
The actors not only have to come to rehearsal and be ready to practice, but offstage they take the time to do some research. In this case, the cast is from New England taking on the persona of 1880s Wyoming characters. This makes learning a dialect difficult. They have worked with acting coaches and done research to get the accent just right.
Hey, it's Puerto Rican! You know Margot?
How are you, you old mess of Death Valley plucked bones? This is the bleached cowboy who tried to save my bottom back in Cheyenne. Or were you just trying to grab it?
Personally, I have a lot of issues with accents. It's not really my strong suit, so just learning accents in general just takes a lot of time and continuous effort to get them down. Something that I did do was, my character is loosely based off of Gabby Hayes, which is like an older character, and there are a couple other characters that I watched, but I generally focused on watching movies of old westerns and old cowboy movies to kind of get the accent and anything else I really needed physically from those roles.
And if there's 900 Shetland ponies in that darn thing, I'm a railroad man myself. 900 ghosts is more like it.
I'm shocked! I'm shocked! Shocked? What is that stuff? Lord, thank you for your deliverance. Amen. Can I have some more?
What?
Easy there, Miss Tight Butt. I thought you said you never let Firewire touch your lips again.
You're right. Do that, miss. Bypass the lips, go down the throat. Come on, Firewater, float my boat. The French accent, well, I didn't really get much help on that. I kind of had to focus more on what I think Blabby would have done in that situation, which if he's thinking about French, he's thinking about something that's ultra polite, something that's ultra like over the top to kind of match Margot. So I went with this very like very slurred together to really capture what he might have done in that situation.
You're making an insane fool of yourself.
I told more tower.
On top of blocking, the cast begins to learn choreography. This typically takes up most of the rehearsal time. Lisa Travis choreographed all of the major numbers in Cowboys.
I go in with a plan, especially when I know it's a fast rehearsal process. So I go in with a plan. Sometimes you can't stay to the plan because it just needs to evolve the way it should evolve. But I'm always ready for that, you know, and sometimes I hope for that it just turns out, you start with a seed and then organically it turns into something better, you know.
Can we stop there? Sorry, I'm interrupting you all the time. All right. So then we had another little break, right? Yep. I had this a second ago. So we go, what did I do? That's all we had, right?
Yeah.
That's all we had. Yeah? Okay. Sorry. I have another.
When I was researching Cowboys, I went back and looked at old clips of vaudevillian movies and dancing, and then I kind of drew a lot of my inspiration for the choreography from that, and then put my own kind of spin on it, which is, you know, what we do.
Yeah, and then maybe somebody can scoot on in at the same time, just go step right up. You know? Yeah. Just an up and down.
A typical process is that I read the script, study the script, and then listen to the music, and then try to kind of imagine how the characters would move, and then try to create the choreography from there. A lot of times, like if Cowboys was different because it was an original musical, so that was a little bit of a different process for me, because normally it's like a musical that's already been done and you try to like be inspired by what was already done but then put your own spin on it. So this one was a little different process for me.
Throughout the process, the creative team gets together to hold production meetings. During these production meetings, the producer, director, designers, and constructive shop managers get together in a room and discuss any potential problems the team may have, budget, and to make sure that everyone is on the same page artistically with the director.
And I have to go soon because I have another meeting to be too. The set design for Cowboys is essentially it's a set of stairs that starts upright and goes up to a landing and turns right, and there's a balcony that goes all the way across the back, and then does the exact same thing and comes back around again. So you guys can do just continual laps around the place. There's a break in the rail like here, and there's a fire pole that goes down. So this whole set is designed for chase scenes and just goofiness like that. It's also very reminiscent of the stereotypical Western saloon. Then there's this great big medicine show wagon in the center of the stage. It doesn't roll or go anywhere, but it's got this great big face that folds down. Now we changed this just a little bit. It's got a little more dense with more words on it. But at top of show, there's a place that you can't see behind the cowboy here, but there's a place where the driver would hypothetically sit. And this whole face hinges down, and becomes a playing deck. Now inside the wagon though, there will be miniature roll drops, just drops that can go up and down. There's 2 painted drops currently planned, and then 1 projection screen, which we might use for some projections, we will definitely use for some shadow play.
We started to pull shoes for people, and we'll get those to you. They're labeled and just the usual, let me know what fits and who has what, and we'll have to talk about rehearsal garments once I'm kind of clear on what people are wearing. But one thing I'll need from you guys is just kind of a constant list of what ensemble members are in what scenes and as what.
I'll give you a list of what I think is made for props, so the 2 of you can go through and just make sure of what you think you need, if I'm missing anything, or if you think I don't need something. And then specifically some style stuff, but that'll be next week, Monday or Tuesday. I'll get you that list.
I think I faced, what normal stage management faces, communication with so many different types and, different kinds of people, going from cast who are my peers to higher ups who are the designers who are my, superiors. But at that point in time and in many, throughout the process, in many situations, I was the person who, had to run things, had to keep things going, and it was very hard to, be a student in a situation working with so many other students and so many adults.
Once the set was up, they had to rework some of the choreography because there may have been obstacles. The step up to the stage may have been too high, the wagon may have taken up more space than anticipated, or their perspective could have changed when the physical set appeared.
Go backstage. Just
hand it off to the stage hand.
Hand it down the line right now.
Yeah! Oh my God!
About a week before opening night, the cast and technical crew come together in the theater to begin technical rehearsals. This includes the scenic designer, lighting designer, shop managers, and any technical staff needed, as well as any assistance the designers may have. In this case, Plymouth State University theater faculty also attend to oversee students filling technical roles for college credit. Discussions about safety are made before everything begins. They discuss fire exits, keeping spaces clear, and in this case, a prop gun that fires blank, harmless gunshots for a sound effect.
So, Cowboys, lots of guns. The 2 black guns, no one is allowed to touch but the people who actually use them, and I showed those people this morning. Stage management and props are also allowed to touch them, obviously. These ones are real, they're heavy, they fire. So, the rest of you have plastic guns, which are in the little back section with the rest of your props.
Sometimes stage managers call a hold, which means actors will stop what they are doing and wait for directions. Holds can be used to help the stage manager call the show more efficiently, or to solve any technical issues that may arise.
Okay guys, so we're gonna take it from Mean Boss Lunch and Alfred exited. Bye. Bye. And it's right before west of yesterday, so can we take from Blabby's line?
On top of working out the tech, the orchestra is integrated along with microphones that the cast wears on their body.
Okay, this is my first time doing this, so bear with me. Okay, but I have to do the ear shaping thing first. There? Yeah.
It's the left one though.
What?
The right one will just fit the left one's.
Oh, okay.
The opposite of the right.
These are not made for women.
No.
Why would anything be made for a woman? Right? It's a man's world. So,
damn straight.
Sometimes, costume changes happen so quickly behind the scenes that we don't even know about.
we go. Where? Way out west. Yeah. Never want to see what? Around this
When in costume, the whole show becomes different. The characters come to life on stage, and a certain costume piece might just be what an actor needs to make a moment especially perfect.
This is the number we're adding to? I'm so sorry. I was never here.
Each day, elements of the show become cleaner and cleaner until finally the show is able to be put on in front of an audience.
You're talking like a French pastry chef from home. Boys, stop your fun.
My name's Butch.
Cassidy?
Goldberg.
Huh. Who's the Indian?
That's Kitty.
Kitty? That don't sound like no politically incorrect Native American name.
Huck. Her full name is Kitty Hawk.
I mean, ma'am. Not big. I beg your pardon.
Bonjour. I said I'd give you the girl's hand, and I did. She just won't let you take it.
But the
The contract says one thing, Alfred, that you agreed to give me the Rolling Ranch for nothing.
So get out of your dress, leave a mess. We're headed to the place where the robbers rest. We'll lead a life of crime from now on. Stealing from daddy, take off your skirt, put on a shirt, smear your face with a little dirt. Now wish by God we never came along. Anytime a woman has a chance to be someone, there's always some mean villain just to ruin all the fun. But now I see a way that we can live a life sublime. We just use our brains, rob a train, and live a life of crime.
At a college such as Plymouth State University, the actors and technicians only run a show for one weekend. This may be the most exhausting weekend of their semester.
So why do Cowboys at Plymouth State University?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, you kind of just get in here and you don't really know what to expect.
Us, I think, as collaborators, it's exciting. Once that decision was made by the three of us in the department, it's exciting to get to mount this and really make some changes and improve the musical.
I hope as a music director is that they not only take away, knowing the music of Cowboys, but also when they go into the real world after college, they're going to be able to look back on this process and think about what worked for them when learning music, especially since it's an original show.
It's difficult through the entire process to keep track of homework, work, and other responsibilities of being a full-time college student. After the run, they're finally able to relax and get back to their typical lifestyle.
Cowboys the musical in itself, I when I read it the first time before I auditioned for it, I was a little confused because it's a little sporadic and definitely had places to go when we came in, but to see just the magic of theater happen when you get in here, it completely transforms into something that you can't describe on a piece of paper.
Some actors love being busy in rehearsals, others break down, others become overly stressed, but overall the love of the art keeps us going. The process, the ideas, and the passion of putting on a show for those to see.
Be hard with more fish upon his mind. He is driven by a
considered second rate. They are led by Colonel Lynch, he will come through in a